guys, hope you're doing well today. I wanted to share with you a 12 by 12 traditional layout today, and I'm going to be using papers from I think another Scraptastic kit. I have quite a few of them in my stash that I haven't really finished up yet, and a lot of the embellishments that I'm going to be using today are from a Jen Hatfield collection. This one is a couple years ago, I think maybe one or two, maybe 2006, I'm not quite sure. But I really like the navy patterns in this, and I really like this checkered pattern. I took my sewing machine and stitched all the way around the edge of the layout with some gold thread just to have a nice little accent. I think the border that I put around the page, that's the navy, did kind of keep everything feeling like it stayed on the page. Sometimes when I don't have a border, I feel like things are kind of falling off, like there's no end to the page. So I do tend to put a lot of borders or outlines or drawing or stitching around the edge to kind of give me some kind of closure of the layout, I guess. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to take this photo of my daughter. This picture was taken at a photo studio, and it was a very fall themey time, and I thought the navy in her shirt went really well with the navy colors that are in this paper collection. I am going to put that tissue paper on the back just to give it some added texture, and this is going to be kind of a grid-ish style layout. I'm going to be taking the tissue paper, putting that in between the photo and then the layer of the other cardstock. This is just the inside piece of the cardstock that I used for the border of the layout, and I think that just gives a nice little pop off the page, and it separates it from that checkered board pattern. I took this really cute paper that has the squares on it, and I punched out some different shapes of sayings and of some icons that I really liked. So you can see the punch there on the right hand side, and I'm just looking here to see if there's any other sayings that I may want to use instead, but I am going to stick with these ultimately. Also, something that came in the kit were these die cuts. They are vellum, and they're of leaves, and I thought they would give it a little nice accent. So I'm going to play with these for a little bit before I find how I exactly want them, but ultimately I'm going to have a little cluster in the bottom right and then a cluster in the bottom left, and the circles and the photo are going to stay kind of where they are now. So it's not necessarily exactly a grid, it's kind of a loose interpretation of a grid layout, but I really like how the circles kind of pop off the page with the different colors. So I'm going to play with this just for a little bit. I'm going to try to swap out different leaves, just trying to get a combination that I like. And it's a little hard to see on video, but you really can see it pretty well once you look at it up in person. And you'll probably see that from the photos a little bit better. So I have this little cute wood veneer fox that I just had to use. I'm also going to do this, or cut out this label and use one of the cut apart sheets. I'm going to tuck that underneath the fox, and then that's where I'm going to end up doing a little bit of journaling. I believe, if I remember correctly, I just add my daughter's name, and you'll see that here in just a little bit after I play with some more of the embellishments. This layout is pretty much going to say simple. I didn't feel like it needed a whole lot. I thought it looked pretty nice with just the circles, and I was trying to just keep it overall just simple and not add too much embellishment. I do end up keeping that frame on the left hand side. Just thought it would be nice to balance out the little flag and banner and label that I put on the right. And I'm going to use a couple wood veneers from the kit. These are probably some of my favorite wood veneers that I received in some of the Scraptastic kits. The little fox is really cute, and the acorns I think are really nice accent to the page. The hello is also from the Jen Hatfield collection, and I'm going to top this all off with some gold color shine. But first, I'm going to kind of make sure that everything is straight. Sometimes when you have a grid layout, I don't always make sure that everything's exactly straight on the page. But with grid layouts, a lot of times I do want to make sure it's straight because it just looks a little bit more obvious when it is crooked. So I'm going to use my T-square ruler. And I want to pop up this photo because I am keeping it pretty simple, the layout. I thought adding a bit of foam to pop up the photo would be a good idea. It just adds a little bit more kind of interest to the page, but without adding a lot of extra, embellishments and things like that. So I'll just use this craft foam. This is from, I believe, Michael's. I got it probably 40% off. And I have problems with sometimes it's sticking. Sometimes the sticky doesn't always stay very well, so I always add a little bit of a liquid or tape runner to the craft foam. So now I'm going to glue down this little frame. The bottle that I'm using with my glue is one of those, what are they called? Fine liner bottles. And I got it at Hobby Lobby with a coupon, and it just has some Scotch tacky glue in it. Now I'm going to play around a little bit with the right hand side embellishments, trying to see what I want to do. I am going to ultimately add that little label in, and I'm going to pop it up with a little bit of foam just so it's even with the photo since I popped that one up on foam as well. And so that will tuck there. I only put foam on the one hand side because the other side is going to be flat with the flat with the photo. And then I'm just going to put the fox there. I think it had a little icon on the left hand side of the label, and the fox covers that up because I didn't really want the fox showing, or the label, the icon on the label showing. So basically now I'm just going to glue everything down, and I decided to add a little bit of extra texture to the circles by adding a bit of, what is it called, like zigzag stitching. So that was added to the top of each of those circles. And then I'm just going to end up gluing in my little pieces of vellum cut out leaves here. And I guess I actually didn't do the Heidi swap color shine yet. I'm going to do that here in a little bit after I get all of my wood veneer pieces and that adhered. So hopefully you guys are doing really well. Hopefully you're enjoying my videos. I'm trying to put up a bit of a variety. I want to have some 12 by 12 layouts, some Project Life, and then also some Traveler's Notebook layouts. I think that's kind of what I'm sticking with right now. I'm sure I'll throw some other layouts in or other projects in here and there, but that's, I think, my main things that I'm doing. I really need to start on my Disney album. So if you guys are interested in seeing Disney album pages, let me know. Maybe that will motivate me to get my Disney album done. It was from 2015 when we went, and I have not even started. I'm actually a bit intimidated by the whole idea of starting that ginormous project. But if you guys are interested in seeing that, let me know, and maybe I can start a little mini series of Disney layouts on my channel. So let me know about that in the comments below. If you're enjoying my videos though, please make sure you give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to get the latest updates on my videos. And I would really appreciate that, just to let me know that you're interested and that you want to see the content that I'm providing. And now I'm just topping this off with a few enamel dots, and I think that's going to be pretty much it. I don't believe I add anything else to this layout. I actually made this layout, I don't know, a couple months ago, so I can't remember exactly what I fully do, but I think I kind of top it off with these and then add the date and the journaling in the top right label. I'm just going to handwrite my daughter's name using a black pen. First I'm going to sketch it out with a pencil because I don't want to make any mistakes, and then I will use a black marker kind of pen to make it just a little bit fancier so it kind of pops off the page a bit more. And I don't feel like this page needs much more journaling than that, so I'm just going to stick with her name and call it done. Stay tuned for the pictures of the layout here in a couple seconds, and I will talk to you guys again very soon. Have a great day. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.